Hi, friends. Want to come over to our house to play? We're going to be making butter and coffee together. So, the first thing on our list of things to do is actually to make coffee. But the very first thing on our list of things to do is to Google a question I have. Okay. Warm setting. We want it on warm, not on low. That probably explains some of the problems we've had before.
Oh.
Because it says, what's the temperature? It says, what temp to simmer not above 180. Okay. So, good. Fine. Wonderful. Fabulous. Now, let's you, me, and Rachel. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to start our activity not by making butter, but by making a new pot of coffee.
Yay.
I feel like we need a new pot of coffee. Our old pot of coffee is too old. I do want coffee.
Me too.
So
it's drinking iced tea for the caffeine.
So here goes the coffee making process. But on our way to making the coffee, we will start the butter making process by putting this onto the warm setting. That's going to keep our temperature right in the range where we want it to be. And we can move along now to addressing the coffee situation. So I'm going to put you guys, you very special guests, very special and important guests, I'm going to put you right here. You can see this whole process. So just stay there and hold your breath for a second. All right, you know what? I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you back for a very good reason. I'm not quite ready to do the coffee making process because the first thing I have to do, way overdue, is take the goddamn trash out. And then I'm gonna get another bag, fill it with the extra trash that's piled up next to the trash can. Then we'll make the coffee. Hey, Trouble. Okay, new trash bag. I'm back with a new trash bag and a whole new attitude. I put this trash bag in this trash can, and I'm going to fill up this trash bag with extra trash so it's overflowing the trash. Okay. Now we've got two trashes to take out. We've got a fresh trash can that's all empty. I'm gonna tie my sweat string tighter so my pants don't fall down so much. Hi there, fidgets with Amelia? Fidgets with Amelia is your name? I really like that name. Do you fidget with Amelia? Or are you Amelia? You're fidgeting and you're encouraging others to join you. I like that name. So, like, do you have a channel where you publish videos of yourself fidgeting with stuff? Or just fidgeting in general, I guess. Although I should warn you, you're not supposed to say fidget anymore. It's little movements. Trouble, you need to be nice to Capillo. And let her go eat food too. What do you guys think of my joke? Pretty good, huh? You could do it like this. I saw my friend messing with something. I said, "Is that a fidget spinner?" He said, "They prefer to be called little spinners." Do all three of you get my amazing joke? I get it. And accordingly, I know it's hilarious. So, right, coffee and butter is what we're making. Not just any butter. We're making canna butter. It's butter with cans of creamed corn in it. No, it doesn't have any creamed corn in it. Because when smoking just isn't enough. The problem with always smoking weed, one very simple problem with it is your lungs get super cashed after, you know. If you have a couple of days of big smoking, your lungs be out cashed. Okay, so I've washed out the coffee part that holds the grounds. Now, we're going to take this and you, this whole thing, and you, into the laundry room. But just why, Aaron? You ask. Why are you taking the coffee thing into the laundry room? Coffee isn't laundry. Well, I'll tell you why. Because the laundry room has this wonderful laundry sink, which is big enough to do things like this without splashing up all over the place. Isn't that convenient? Look, there's a paper towel dispenser right there. I think maybe Ruben must have put new paper towels on there. Because I think I don't think I really noticed that. I think I just normally put paper towels up on this shelf. I don't know, maybe Rachel puts paper towels there. Oh, yeah. I'm going to just go ahead and admit it. I love this laundry room. I just love this laundry room with all of my heart. I don't even do laundry, right? Rachel does the laundry. Usually. Occasionally I'll do a little laundry. But, I love this laundry room because it's so much better than having your laundry stuff someplace else, you know? It's good to have its own little room. All right. Look at me go. I'm making a little bit of a smaller pot of coffee than I made when Ruben and Acacia were here. But you can't really make a small pot of coffee with a percolator. So it's still a lot of coffee for just me and Rachel. It'll last a few days. I'll be back. It's heavy now, so. Okay. Are you ready to make some coffee? If so, come with me. Now, I want to warn you up front, right off the bat, that you're not shocked, stunned, or surprised. It's going to take a while for the coffee to be done. Percolating a pot of coffee is not the fastest way to make a pot of coffee. Alright, so I put the filter part here, which has these little holes in it. So next what we need to do is get some coffee. Got some coffee right here. I'm going to give you the bird's eye view. Okay, so realistically, that's more coffee than I need to put in this. But by putting a little more coffee than I need to, it gets ready faster. Okay, I just turned on the switch down here. So that's gonna start bubbling away in its percolatory fashion. Meanwhile, I'll put the coffee back. And I'm gonna temporarily turn up the crock pot to high just until the butter gets melting. Then I'll put it back down to warm again. Am I okay? Yes, I'm okay. Well, thank you, Fidgets with the Million, for subscribing. That means you're more likely to have my live streams pop up in your recommended videos or whatever. So be prepared for that. My live streams run the gamut of things. This one is about making coffee and butter. Earlier today, it was about this is fine. Rachel reintroduced me to, it wasn't the first time I encountered it, but made me actually pay extra, like specific attention to the this is fine meme. And I found myself quite delighted with it. Because it seems like a great depiction of people who have FI, introverted feeling, emotional blindness. Or countervalued, you know. Either way is fine. All right. So what are we doing right now? We're waiting for the butter to melt. Why? Well, because you can't mix cannabis into melted butter if the butter is not melted. We're doing this in the crock pot. It's looking to be about a 1 hour long process. We're skipping something we did before that I read that said, oh, you need to cook it at a low temperature in the oven before you add it to the butter or something. I have decided, no, you don't. Because other things I read did not say that. And I think we're going to succeed this time, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I used a helpful thing called Google to determine both what the exact temperature you should melt/simmer it at is, and what the temperature is for a crock pot at nya setting. And I realized that in previous endeavors, I had the temperature too high because crock pot, ruin or forget everything I've ever said about feng shui. I was doing research a little while before and met with conflicting information, of course. Well, here's the reality. We went and looked at a house today that for as an income property, as a rental, you know. Mm-hmm. And Rachel really liked it. I think we both did. We both thought, like, this is a good deal. This is excellent. You know, we're going to get it. But the front of the house, not the front door, mind you, but the front of the house was facing, guess which direction? If Ruben R is still here, I don't know if he is, because we suddenly dropped down to 2 people from like 7 or whatever. If Ruben are still here, I want to know if he can guess which direction the front of the house is facing.
Now I read that southwest is like the worst, and that's what we face.
I thought north was the worst. Now southwest is worse?
That's what I mean. I'm getting conflicting information.
Oh, feng shui, feng shui, feng shui. Stringing lights, good evening to you as well, and welcome to Talking with Famous People. We are delighted to have you here.
It's stringing lights.
Are you more a fan of coffee or butter? Because one of those two delightful ingredients, no doubt, brought you here tonight to join us. The butter we're making is going to take 1 hour to make. Note, it's not because we have to churn it.
No, we don't have to churn it.
No, because we're not actually making butter. We're turning already made butter into cannabis-infused butter.
Herbal tea or coconut milk.
You're into herbal tea or coconut milk, huh? You drink coconut milk like straight coconut milk? Do you drink it from the coconut?
Is coconut milk different from coconut water?
No, same thing. Different word for the same thing. Well, to answer my own question, they are different.
Because they talk about it in perfumes. That if you use coconut water, the smell of the perfume will smell different if you use the coconut milk. It's like they say that coconut milk has a creamy scent, whereas coconut water has more of like a citrusy.
Can you only get coconut milk from coconuts that are lactating? Oh, I see. So it's pulpy. It's basically like pulpy and no pulpy orange juice then. Or you put it in food. Well, I think maybe stringing lights, what you should do is start getting some just regular full coconuts and chopping the top off of them and drinking it like that. Then you can pretend you're on a survival show. Have you ever considered going on Naked and Afraid? Kind of, but coconut milk is more milky than pulpy.
You know what, like, yeah, they talk about it in perfumes a lot. The difference between the coconuts, whether it's toasted or green. Really interesting.
Potato juice is vodka. Here I am. No, I would not drink potato juice because I don't drink alcohol.
Juice is vodka.
Potato milk, I'm not sure what potato milk is. I'm going to pull another bong rip here, and then I'll go look, see if that butter has melted. I've done a great job already taking out a few trashes. I think I'm going to take out that box right there, and maybe your trash next to you in a second. Bitches with Amelia, we missed you so much. Maybe you were Clark Kenting into stringing lights and then Supermaning back. So it seems kind of like, a waiting evening because I'm going to get my Dural tomorrow. Which, of course, made me think, well, it was a good night for edibles. When I went to the Yosemite Liquors, I think it was when Ruben was visiting the first time, Ruben and Keisha were visiting the first time, there was a guy in the parking lot who was like, hey, you, Want to buy some weed? And I'm like, yes, I do. Even though I have a lot of weed, it was a good deal for all the weed I got. But I don't really like the way it smokes. It's pretty harsh smoking, kind of bad tasting. So, oh yeah, it's getting warm. It's just with the crock pot, it takes a while, you know. I have to crunch up all of this as much as I can. Because I don't know if you heard, Ruben. We looked at a house today, a possible rental property, and Rachel liked it a lot, but the front of the house was pointing to the north. I like how Rachel's sitting right next to me, but she's just participating in the chat. I really do. I like it a lot. It's like, that's the beautiful thing about live streaming, you know? It lets you participate as much as you, or as little as you want in the capacity you want to. You could live stream yourself. You could go to other people's live streams and participate in the chat. You could just watch and listen and not say anything at all. You could be sitting right next to the guy who's live streaming and just participating on your phone. If that's what you feel like doing. You know, it's a very maximally user empowerment modality for all parties, right? People can come and go without saying hello or goodbye, which is a nice thing about the internet in general. And you're chatting on the phone while they're in the room with you streaming. Right, yeah. Well, I mean, of course, that's your most normal modality, right? It's what you're accustomed to. It's what you actually know already that you enjoy doing is what you're doing right now. Just because you enjoy doing what you're doing right now doesn't mean you would enjoy being on camera talking the same or more, even, well, that would be even better. It doesn't work like that at all, right? So you're supposed to grind up all the weeds you're using as much as possible, they say.
But it's still pretty solid.
Well, touch the side of the crock pot. It is getting warmer.
Yeah, it is.
So it'll be a few minutes, but it'll get there.
My mom sent us a Nick's Play photo frame in an Amazon bag.
You're asking me where it is?
Do you know?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I do. It's on top of the useless TV dresser in the bedroom.
Okay, cool. Cool. Because she keeps on asking about it. She wants me to use it.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to see the tip. I would actually. I feel like I never really got to look at our wedding pictures.
No, you probably didn't actually.
I don't think I ever really looked at them. I would like to.
Okay.
I'd love to see what the house looked like, what you looked like. You know.
Yeah.
Do HBs have a better memory of things than INFJs? Yes, but it's not necessarily the case that Rachel's more likely to forget something important than me. So I have a better memory of a lot of details. I'm SI conscious, but that doesn't mean that Rachel's more likely to forget something important than I am, right? You weren't looking.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I was reading.
Stringing lights asked to do each piece of a better memory of things than INFJs.
You keep track of things better than I do. Like you actually have the things that you want to do for the day in your head. Like you have like a list going on in your head.
I do.
Where I don't.
And I tell you about it periodically. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking.
I love it.
We're gonna meow.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna meow. And then we're gonna meow.
It's great. I love it. I love it. It makes me feel like I have a routine in the day.
Why is it that Rachel can keep in memory of important things? Well, she puts it on her calendar / sets a notification for herself or whatever. She basically delegates it to an extension of her consciousness called her phone that is much better at SI than she is. But, what I would also explain is that obviously everybody has at least proto sort of beginner level ability in every function. So the distinction between NI and SI can be explained in its most proto form as the distinction between object permanence and shape constancy. Everybody who's a fully functioning human being, by the time they're more than a baby, has gotten down object permanence. That if I leave an object someplace, I can count on it to still be there, barring somebody else interfering with it. And obviously, if Rachel's got something super important coming up, she's going to be able to keep some things in mind. She's not going to be unable to remember anything, because even unconscious, super unconscious 8-slot SI retains some record of what's going on. It's just not consciously paid attention to very much, right? There's some sort of SI recording process that's ongoing in all of us that keeps track of at least some of what's happened before. So I think this is true for all cognitive functions. No matter how little you pay attention to it in that way, it's still a way of paying attention. And there are certain kinds of either experiences or communication events that are suitable for paying attention to in certain ways. And that, you could say are the expression of paying attention in those ways. So a good way also to think about it is to talk about like FI. FI is a deliberation function that people use to make decisions for things. Do you want to eat this salad or this piece of dog poo? Well, that's more of an SI thing, I guess. But the point is, let me go back to FI. So it's like everybody's going to be susceptible to having feelings, but not everybody is going to be paying attention using their feelings to make determinations about things at all, or to for any reason. Like, the point is, you have a finite number of hours in the day. If I'm going to evaluate something's am I going to evaluate it? How many things am I going to evaluate in terms of how much I like them or how significant they are in my interested calculus? And how many things am I going to calculate using a disinterested calculus? And what kind of things, therefore, am I more likely to calculate about? So I spend a lot of time doing this kind of stuff, calculating about objective matters that don't have anything to do with me, except for the fact that I'm the one talking about them. I don't spend a lot of time talking about how I just want to say how much I love my wife. I do say that plenty, But there's not much more to say about it, right? I could say like, anyway, I feel like love has many different fragrance and shades and flavors. Sometimes it's like a warm, rich love. And sometimes it's like a cool breeze kind of a love. I could be talking like that, right? I don't know what type would be talking like that, but um, probably it would be somebody who's got a very conscious relationship with their FI. I did a pretty good job of grinding this up just by smushing it in the bag, I think. This is called the Strauss bag smush technique for wheat grinding. Baby, I can't wait to know. And so, bow, 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 bow. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, everybody, yes, I am. While we're waiting for this butter to melt, I'm going to pull up the comps for that song. And I'm going to play it. Okay? I'm going to play it for you on the guitar and using my voice. So. Think about things, chores, and lyrics. Chores and lyrics, lyrics and chores. If you don't like them, buy some chords. Corduroys, that is. Baby, I can't wait to know. Believe me, I will always be there, so. I don't remember how that part goes. I have to listen to the song. When we first met, I will never forget. 'Cause even though I didn't know you yet, we were bound together then and forever. I could never let you go. 'Cause baby, I can't wait to know. What do you think about things? Believe me, I will always be there, so you can tell me anything and I'll listen. I have to listen to this song. This is actually a challenging song to play. But I'm not sure they got the main part right either. Or maybe it should be transposed down or something. Though I know I love you, I find it hard to see how you feel about me. 'Cause I don't understand you. Oh, you are to learn how to speak. When we first met, I'll never forget. 'Cause even though I didn't know you yet, we were bound together then and forever. And I could never let you go. 'Cause baby, I can't wait to know. What do you think about things? Believe me, I will always be there, so you can't tell me anything and I'll listen. Anyway, I can't play it. Sorry, everybody.
You sounded great.
I can sing it fine, but I can't play it because I don't know why. Did you leave it? You leave it in the kitchen. I think you left it in there. Believe it? You can find it in the kitchen. That's where your phone is gone.
Brownies would be kind of nice.
I
We don't have
don't think we have all the ingredients for
brownie
them.
mix. Yeah, no, we don't. Oh, trouble. You look so on alert. Or something.
Probably trying to bully Kapia.
Oh, she's upstairs hiding under the bed.
Good. I mean, not good that she has to go upstairs and hide under the bed, but good that she's not bothered by trouble right now.
Yeah. That's how I feel when she's up there.
All right, now I'm going to play this song that I enjoy playing. So anyway, believe it or not, everybody, I'm on 0 Adderall, even though I'm live streaming and playing the guitar and everything. I just feel kind of, like a positive Paul.
Yeah, I feel like after seeing that house, like the energy was the switch. It was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then it led you to thinking about the weed that we bought and the butter.
Yeah, now we got a real full of activities evening.
Yeah.
It was 100,000 million years ago. Time ran slow. Nobody yet to show. Place just lies below. Let them go. They will start to grow. More years ensue. Tears gnashing through. A whole lives come to view. Unchangingly true. Eternally new. And when the slip up is in charge today. Options at large show other ways. Take a chance now. One's quick to check, but don't get caught standing on deck. The slope presents a fork. It's not easy stopping short. Too far along to turn around. Perhaps a better course was headed ever north. Now there's a fitter force. Enemy ground, enemy ground. It was 100,000 million years ago. Time ran slow. Nobody yet to show. Place the slab below. Let them go. They will start to grow. More years ensue and tears gnashing through. A whole slab's coming to view. Unchangingly true. Eternally new. And when the slope up is in charge today, options at large show other ways. Take a chance now, one's quick to check, but don't get caught standing on deck. The slope presents a fork, it's not easy stopping short, too far along to turn around. Around. Perhaps a better course was headed ever north. Now there's a fitter force. Enemy ground, enemy ground. So satisfying to play. So satisfying. I can't believe how satisfying that is to play. When I'm not even on any drugs. Wow, that felt so good to play that song. It really just sings itself, you know? Makes me very happy to play that song. I don't know if it's my best song, but at the moment, it's my um I was kind of hoping we were going to watch Eric Churn for an hour. Because if I wore a bonnet, that would comprise a reboot and an upgrade, perhaps? Yes, we did have Sierra Tell come by. What did they, Sierra, tell us? Well, they told us that, hey, Eric and Rachel, you now have fiber attached to your house. You can now upgrade your account to faster internet. We don't have it yet, okay? Don't get excited. Don't be thinking, oh my God, Eric's going to concurrently stream another video angle of himself and have no problem all of a sudden because he's got so much internet. Well, do I have so much internet? No, because I have exactly the same internet as I had yesterday until tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is a big, big day. Why is it such a big day? Let me tell you why. It is because we're both getting Adderall and the thing we've just been talking about, high-speed internet. You just have to wait one day for it to kick in. I don't know if kick in is right. They tried to explain to me something about why they can't do it right then. Like, I don't care. One more day, who cares? I've been waiting a whole year, who cares? One day. We've got enough internet to do this tonight. One day is one day. I can wait one day. Anybody can wait one day. Assuming you've got at least functional internet like we do now. Well, we have been waiting a year because when we moved into this house, which is kind of, I mean, I wouldn't call it like the boonies or anything, but it's considered, it's very remote for California, which doesn't really have a lot of remote spots. What did they say? Was it bad?
They were just talking in Spanish and then saying penis, penis, penis.
Oh.
So I just timed them out.
That's fine. Good. Thank you. I was afraid maybe you were being too gentle.
30 minutes I thought was plenty of time for them to
30 minutes? No, you were being too harsh. You were fine. You were perfectly fine. I seriously doubt he will wait 30 minutes to come back and again say, penis, penis, penis. If he really wants to have penis, penis, penis said, he could probably just hang around the live stream for a while because I say penis fairly often. You know, either talking about my own penis or the platonic form of penis, you know, conceptual idea of it. Either way, I'm likely to use the word fairly often. This butter is taking forever to melt. A watched crock pot never melts butter. That's what they say. Come in here 'cause I'm high and my friends were killing my buzz. Not interested in making an SMH. Too busy with their video games to indulge in some good old freestyling and bar spitting. I'm fine listening to you spit mad bars, Don Kinos. You're spitting mad bars about bar spitting. Spitting them here, and let's go listen. Listen to Don Kinos spitting mad bars. Why? Because it's good, of course. Well, can your mad bars, Don Kinos, help the last bit of this butter? Welcome to my crotch. That came loose. That's not good. Hopefully it's on well enough. Well, I didn't break my phone, everybody.
Oh, what a handsome trouble you are. Everyone loves your name.
Hooray for spitting bars. Hooray, hooray, hooray for spitting bars. You ever heard that song, Don Kinos? The actual lyrics, of course, are hooray for Eric Strauss. Kitty pants. Now I burn out like a comet. You burn out like a comet, but perhaps you just need to vomit. If you have a watch, then pawn it. And don a bonny bonnet. I've got some Comet. I got your Comet right here. Okay? Yeah, I do. I have some Comet. How many people here have Comet at their house? Why do I have Comet? Why Stream has a handheld? Does it dock to them? I don't know what you're talking about. I've just been writing bars, playing guitars, and making beats all the time. And sucking the life out of my Benjamin Franklin getting faded. Oh, it's a weed pen. Benjamin Franklin, huh?
I like that.
I like that too. Alright, well, I am currently getting ready to put in this into the butter. I've done my best to crush it up inside the bag, as you can see. Crushed up pretty good, I'd say, my friend. Would you not, you and me? There we go. There. What do you think? I think it's fine. So, I still am just killing seconds because this goddamn butter is, somebody set this butter to slow melt. Even though it's on, okay. Now I put it down to warm. I think it's melted enough, don't you? There's just this one piece right here. This stubborn The stubborn bud of butter. It just wants to stay solid. Solid as a rock. Maybe if I smush it up a little bit. There we go. Now we're cooking with butter. All right, what do you think? Looking good. Okay. Go. We're going to pour this in as premier.
How long do we keep it?
I'm going to put the timer on for the longest time I saw it might need was 60 minutes. So I'm going to put it on for 55 minutes. What do you think?
Yeah. Check on it, and then if you need more time, like, you'll be able to tell because the butter starts to turn green.
Okay, well, it's gonna be hard to tell in this mixture because if you want to look at it,
Because it's black.
no, because it already looks
Oh, it
green.
already looks green.
But that's fine.
Whatever.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow the instructions. It said you might need as many as 60 minutes, which means maybe 60 minutes could be a little bit too many. So maybe 55 minutes. Okay, we're gonna put that in 55 minutes. Rachel, I'd like us to stay in the kitchen for just a minute or two longer because I'm gonna want this good lighting in here for the next ISFJ activity that I'm going to be doing. I told you what it was earlier. I wonder if you remember. I don't blame you if you didn't anticipate it happening so quickly. What ISFJ activity am I about to do? An SI test for Rachel.
Smoke a cigarette?
Nope. Why would I do that? I would do that in the kitchen. I'm gonna do it with the good lighting in here.
I don't know.
Okay. What is a problem that's currently getting worse? This is a loaded question. In the bedroom. It's a problem that's currently getting worse in the bedroom that I'm going to fix right now.
I can't think of anything.
And let Rachel think about it while I go get the record of the day.
The Knicks play thing?
No, but that's a good thing to get to.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's right, girls. Both Rachel and everybody else. I'm going to do a little sewing. I'm going to put on my pretty seamstress hat. Because we've got either an infestation of dead birds or a hole in this pillow. Okay, so I've got this thread and needle already set up from last time. Ready to go like A horse in the snow. Here we see the problem area of the pillow. This is called a hole. What comes out of this hole? A whole lot of feathers. That's what comes out of here. More feathers than you can shake a stick at. What would I like to do? I would like to prevent that from occurring. So I'm going to sew my way to victory. Make sure you can see up close and in detail. This thing's breaking now. It's so annoying. I have to get another one of these, I guess. It's gonna fall out again. Well, what I need to do is this. I'll make it straight up so it's less likely to fall.
What's up with the camera? Is it upside down or something? Oh, there we go.
I
Okay,
was
now
zooming
back
it.
to our regular scheduled programming.
Maybe it's less likely to fall if I push it down low. Okay, now this is some exciting YouTubing. You're getting to see up close, in person. You're getting to see the process, the real art of sewing, artfully done well, okay? That's what I offer here at Talking with Famous People's Sewing Arts Learning Annex. If you were here before, you may remember that the number one rule of sewing is a 3-step process. It's poke, pull, and sew. Poke, pull, and sew. Now, obviously, I don't need this to be neatly stitched or anything. Can you see it? No, you can't. Okay. I'm gonna do a better job making sure you can see in great detail exactly what's happening. There. Okay, this is too hard. I'm gonna go back like this. Here we go. Now, for those who need a refresher course on the art of sewing, the 3 steps are once again in this order: poke, pull, sew. Number 1, poke. This is the poke stage. Number 2, pull. It's the pull stage, and then sew like that. All right. Now, when you're an expert sewer like me, you can go super fast. So what you're gonna see here is some high-speed sewing. Back in the 1890s, they used to call me the human sewing machine. If you like my sewing and you want to watch it, that must be why you are here. I think Rachel and I will both feel a good sense of relief to have the steady arrival of feathers staunched, at least temporarily. It wouldn't shock me if this pillow went right ahead and got another hole in it at some point. But until then, I would love to see a lot fewer feathers on the floor. So once again, that's poke, pull, sew. Well, I think we're doing a fine job here so far, but I notice that unfortunately I am missing the hole part. So I'm going to need to sew it a little bit better than that. Ugh. You need to come up here and get sewn. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! I need to get my glasses. Rachel was telling me earlier that one of her favorite things to do is to watch someone sew. Hero Lamb's dishing some sewing advice. He says I'm better off double stitching it.
I was thinking that too.
Wow. Sounds like we've got a lot of self-appointed sewing experts around here. Listen, everybody. Who's sewing here? Who knows best about sewing?
You.
Me. Because why? Because I'm the pretty seamstress. You guys are just regular stresses. You may be pretty stresses, but you're not pretty seamstresses. Okay, I need to better cut on this thread. Same amount of work, but stronger outcome. Oh, okay. Well, here, Lamb, it sounds like you actually do know something about sewing, and Rachel, sounds like you were right as well. So, I guess I'll have to acknowledge that I'm not really a sewing expert. You caught me. I'm busted now. I'm really a sewing amateur. Turned out all my fronting was exposed. That was the day my fronting was exposed. People always told me, Eric, you be frontin', foo. I didn't listen. I should have. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, no. Yes. Excellent. So with these glasses, I can really see well.
They're nice. They look nice on you.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Somebody in the earlier live stream, when I put these glasses on, maybe it was Hero Lamb, said I looked professorial.
Yeah, that's true. You do. It's hard to get that thread through the needle.
Well, thanks to my nimble fingers and science-enhanced eyes, I was able to do it. All right, so I'm gonna do what you suggest here, Lamb and Rachel. I'm going to double stitch it if I understand what that means.
I think it's just like,
Instead of going around, you go back through.
yeah.
You're being a hard push. You're being ow. You're being a hairy hard push. There.
Is the coffee ready?
I will tell you in 1 second. You know, one of the things I got at the store today is very relevant to this occasion. Yeah, it appears to be ready.
Cool. It sounded like it stopped. That's why I'm asking.
Rachel, I want you to know that if you're asking because you want coffee, that's also okay.
Like, this is my life. Let's just be as indirect as possible.
I think it's funny. I'm sorry if I bothered you and I teased you about it.
No, I think it's funny. I think it's funny. I've never had anyone observe me as much as you do.
I don't know if it was here, Lamb, or not. I'm not sure, Congressman, but the word was professorial.
Excuse me. I hope everyone's happy that I said excuse me before I moved in front of the camera.
I think that would be a wonderful tool function.
Thanks. It shows so much.
I think you're here to all INFJs everywhere.
Thanks. I think that cream has become our regular
Yeah, well,
shopping item.
it's good, right?
It
makes
really
coffee better
is.
to have
Oh my
real.
gosh, it's so creamy.
The mix of the two things
Mm-hmm.
is just, it makes the perfect cup of coffee.
Feels like an international cup of coffee.
International Foods Cafe Francais.
Yes.
That's a nice heavy cream. Okay. I got a little piece of unmelted creamer in my mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I didn't melt all the creamer well enough. You might want to stir it a little bit more.
Okay.
All right, so back to the grindstone here, or as they say in sewing circles, the sew stone. There. Now, pull that through.
It's looking really good.
Thank you, darling. Pull that through. See, I'm gonna go single stitching here, so I want to pull this part up a bit. Startled me.
Sorry.
That's okay. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Came off again.
No.
That's okay. I think I'm about done with it anyway, so maybe I'll just put it through this little loop right there.
Ruben R asks, how much grounds and water do you put in the percolated coffee machine?
Well, in this case, I only filled it up high because I making a smaller pot than if there were more people here who might potentially drink coffee, but it's still probably high. Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
It's okay. And as far as grounds, I put in, I don't know, until it was about, I don't know, Ruben. I don't measure or anything. You're asking questions that are too hard for me to answer. If you like this coffee, then you want some cream because this coffee has some cream. That's delicious. Okay. Well, no more feathers coming out of that hole. Hopefully that's the only hole. Thank you, thank you. And I'm going to put this back in the bedroom. And here's the community, Rachel.
Oh, cool. She'll be happy that next time I talk to her, I can say that we actually set it up.
Wow.
This was gifted to us by my dad and mom.
I like it. It's a black rectangle.
See how this thing works. There's stuff you have to do with it.
Probably have to charge it or something.
Yeah. Meow, 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 meow.
Let me look and see where it charges. Yes, it does need to be charged, but it has a plug that goes right there as well. Okay, well, let me charge it.
Okay.
And we'll try charging it first rather than plugging it in. But Okay. So, Rachel, what were you looking at?
Natasha Leone, you know, in her famous fringe dress with the tassels. Or fringe, whatever.
Somebody from the RuPaul's Drag Race wore a green goblin costume.
Really?
It was supposed to be a troll, but everybody referred to it as green goblin.
This is stuff for the next play.
Right, so let's bring that card with us. I guess we can throw this box away.
Yeah.
Alright, and it's when I plugged it in, it started making a thing on the front of it or whatever. It started doing stuff, you know.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It already has our pictures on it.
Yeah, she installed them.
Wow. That's cool. We can share them with everybody.
Yeah, we can.
Let's see. Right. It's supposed to go like that, or does it adjust depending on how you turn it, or what?
Yeah, I think you can put it.
Oh, I see. It automatically adjusts how you turn it. Okay, everybody, let's take a look. Oh, I forgot about that thing. All right, let me do this.
Typology guys really done well.
I was saying to Rachel earlier, I never really looked at the wedding pictures yet. And I kind of wanted to. Well, here they are, all ready to go. All I had to do was plug it in. I assumed it was going to be more complicated than that. Okay, let me make this even shorter. Make it as short as it goes. I'll zoom it in a bit. Okay, so these are our wedding pictures, I guess. I don't know if there's any other pictures I have. I think it's just wedding pictures. But, oh, you know what I'll do for you so you don't see things backwards? Is I'll turn this around. All right, so hopefully everybody can see the wedding pictures on their phone. This is Rachel and Rachel's dad. Rachel's the one on the left. Rachel's dad is on the right. Rachel's the one wearing the dress.
Mm-hmm.
This is also Rachel and her father. And they're dancing. This is a picture of Rachel up on the second floor behind the decorations. And this one is a video. They're dancing to Love, Love, Love by the Beatles. A band from England that you may have heard of. I don't know if we're going to get copyrighted for that or not. And there's an intimate moment of Rachel's mom buttoning Rachel's dress up. Or maybe zipping it, I don't remember.
It was buttons.
There's Cameron and Rachel looking pleasant. there's Chawa and Hui playing their musical instruments for us. There's Delilah and Rachel and Eric. And Trouble. Look at that. There's Trouble.
Made it.
And there's Rachel's back. And here we see Chawa and Jeffrey and Hui. When did we get married? We got married in July. And this is Dave Porter, my oldest friend right there. This is me. I'm wearing a suit.
Looking studly.
Looking fancy. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
You look very gorgeous in your dress. This is a picture, I guess, of just the dress when the ghost is wearing it. There's our invitation. And there's Rachel and Rachel's mom. Rachel's got a lovely bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
Because the flower lady pops looks like a jazz musical or something. Thank you, here I am. Thank you, thank you. And the thing is, this is the first time I've seen these pictures. We got married in July, and I finally get to see these pictures in January. Well, I didn't know it was going to be so easy to get this thing started. You just have to plug it in.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a rigmarole. I'm going to let my mom know. 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I think maybe Rachel's seen them online before. Oh, look, there's the cake eating part. We respected each other's cake boundaries.
Yeah, we did.
And this, I think, is... I'm not sure what those are. And there's Delilah and Rachel and... Why can't I remember that girl's name all of a sudden? April, right. And there's Rachel at the top of the stairs in her very beautiful dress and flowers. So I guess it's on random mixture or whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. I will do this later thing, okay? For right now, though, we're just going to turn you off for right now. How do you turn it off? Does it have an off button?
It should.
Put on my glasses. I don't think it does have off. I think you just have to turn it off. So you look good in this picture.
Thank you.
Not that you don't look good in all of them, but you do look good in this picture. This is nice. I like this thing. But I don't want to just go on and on forever, right? This is supposed to be. What were these things? Oh, this was.
The boutonnieres.
This was what I pinned onto me, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like the flowers. Decorations look really nice in this picture with Rachel's dad. I like his tie too. I forgot he wore such a cool tie. Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna unplug you. So I guess it just stays on when it's plugged in, and then turns off when you unplug it. Yes, it's a digital picture frame. Is exactly what it is, stringing lights. And I've never had one before, but Rachel's mom got it for us and it came with those photos on it and everything. Cheers, here I am. Okay, so now what I want to do is go outside and what rhymes with book a bigger bet? Well, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. That's right. Let's see, we've got 19 minutes left on the can of butter. I think I'm gonna give it a little stir-roo to make sure it's mixing around plenty. The thing is, I'm not really sure how long it takes warm to get up to its temperature, you know? So, I'm not sure if it's still getting up to its max temperature at warm or not, you know? If it takes some additional time to get to its max temperature, but we'll look at it when it rings and we'll make a judgment call. I like your leather pants.
Thanks, they're fit. They're faux.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, they don't look faux to me. Right, it does make sense, doesn't you? I mean, I agree with you. It does make sense. It's just trying to be like a picture in a picture frame. Picture frames and they don't turn off ever.
Yeah. No, that's true.
So you make a good point. Now, there's my coffee.
I have such FOMO when you go outside.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I listen to while you're.
What about if I were going to the north side of the house?
I'd join you.
So looking at this,
FOMO, like fear of missing out.
right? But I was saying, if I were on the north side of the house, would you be like, "Oh, I'm not missing out on anything over there"?
No.
Okay. I wonder if, like, if I should consider, like, discouraging some of Rachel's forays into things like feng shui but see, I never know. She just has to be left to her own devices with that. She knows whether it's working for her or not. Like, she intuited that she didn't like what feng shui said about things, and so she found various reasons to dismiss it. You know, she goes with like holistic explanations. Lou says she generally feels FOMO only when in a romantic partnership. We'll think on that. Instead, Lou, use your precious heart in here and feel on it, okay? That's what I want you to do. It's your homework tonight. I want you to feel on that. No, it's fine. You could use your thinking in. I don't blame you. I like to do that too. You know what they say? Feelings are the logic of the heart. Oh yeah, it's definitely easier than feeling. Feeling things is like, well, if you're trying to make sense of what you're feeling, that can be a real challenge. But even more challenge can be trying to make sense of why you're feeling something. There's a there's a conundrum. Of course, for me also, there's always a question of whatever it is I'm feeling, whether I should be feeling it. The answer is maybe. Like, that's where the FE comes in. I noticed Rachel kind of giving off slightly like irritated to be in the kitchen vibes earlier. Of course, that made me go like, oh, maybe I should want to go in the other room more. I wonder what's going on. Who are you gonna get? Here are Lammers. Oh. Here I was probably quoting a song lyric, I'm guessing. He quotes a fair number of song lyrics. It sounds like a country lyric. Oh, sorry. Of course, I take the open seat and make my poor wife take stuff off of the other chair. Well, it's a pleasant evening, not too cold. It's a good evening for going pee. Would you like to go pee? Let's go pee. Now, I will say this. Once again, I have mystery pain in my right pinky toe. I don't know. I'm gonna feel it as I pee. Maybe I'll be able to provide you more information. Like it feels like, I don't know, like a bone bruise or something.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. He's so cute.
And urinate. Yes, trouble. That's right. I started urinating.
I'm glad that it's 31 in New York City and not 20 or below. It's really, really, really cold in some places.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Luminix. That it's been cold and awful. That's never fun. That makes leaving the house even harder when the weather is bad.
But it makes staying in the house more cozy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, like I wouldn't want to leave the house.
Right. So it's like the double-edged sword. If you have to leave the house sometimes, it makes leaving the house worse, but coming home better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you are a Mr. Kitty. Oh, I can't show him anymore. Oh.
Maybe one of you two should finally catch the mouse you brought in last 2 nights ago.
It's still...
I saw it scurrying
Oh my god.
from the living room into the kitchen last night.
Oh my god.
I lost track of where it went. Cats are supposed to solve mouse problems. Ours create them.
At least trouble when he gets it, he'll kill it.
Yeah, trouble killed it at least. Kapia thinks.
Kapia's like, here's a present for you, Mom and Dad.
She's like, oh, yes, indeed, it's fun time, fun time. I had to chip off all the ice from the car. It took forever. First day I left in a week. Needed squirrel, crow snacks, coffee, and tobacco. Yeah, those are the basics for sure. I do know that. We currently do have cutlets. I put them out today. And then at some point in the afternoon, I was standing out there and I thought, Capillo, once again, treating it like I chummed the water. Just hanging out by the corner of the wall, waiting for any little creature to come by and get some sunflower seeds. So our butter should be done pretty soon. And when it is, I think Rachel and I will both probably have, a slice of bread and butter, you might say. Or we have blueberry muffins. Rachel, we could butter our muffin.
We could butter the muffin.
Do you want me to butter your muffin? I could do that. I think I'm gonna butter Rachel's muffin when the can of butter's done. I'm sorry to hear that you're... No, I'm not trying to infuse caffeine into the butter. I infused cannabis into the butter. And I'm just infusing caffeine into myself with coffee. But I'm not really after the caffeine. I just like coffee a lot,
I definitely do for the caffeine.
When I drink too much of it, no coffee beans with butter. Cannabis, marijuana. I'm making marijuana edibles. I live here in sunshiny California, where we can make weed edibles if we want to. And I bought this weed that I don't like to smoke from this guy in the parking lot of the liquor store. So I figured, hey, why don't we just make edibles out of that? The problem with making edibles in general is that it kind of takes a lot of weed, right? Like, you have to have a lot of weed to successfully...
I'm thinking, just at looking at By looking at it now, that will probably need the full hour.
Okay, so we'll put it when it rains. Put another 10 minutes on it.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I know, black market weed. How quaint.
No, the coffee and the making of the can of butter occurred at the same time, but they were separate.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We're making. I should maybe have said, let's make coffee and let's make butter. Then it would have been clearer. We didn't make buttered coffee, nor do we make coffeed butter. But it makes me glad that I got a 4-pack of blueberry muffins at the store this morning because now we can have our cannabis edibles with blueberry muffins instead of, rather than trying to make cookies or something, right? Just take the can of butter and just put it on somebody else's already made thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier to
Much
do.
easier.
Yeah. Coffee with butter is yummy. I don't think I've ever tried that.
I haven't had that, no.
Maybe we'll try it.
Yeah.
Maybe we will someday.
You know what that does sound good though? Coffee with butter as like a perfume scent. Oh my god.
Buttered coffee or coffeed butter. What do you think is a better name for this perfume?
Buttered coffee.
I think so too. Buttered coffee is a good name for it. Or
Mhm.
even just butter coffee is a good name for
Yo, used to like
it.
stays on forever. Eternal was right when we were talking about longevity.
Is that what it said on it?
Yeah, eternal, yeah.
Did did everybody here know that perfumes have duration attached to them? And the highest level of duration is eternal.
I've never had a perfume that was eternal. I think Chloe probably has good longevity.
Yeah, I'm sure you do have to drink it before it gets cold and the butter unmelts. Same with like a hot buttered rum, which I used to believe hot buttered rum qualified as like basically the same thing as NyQuil when you're sick. But you gotta drink it fast.
Surprising, I know, but good. You just gotta drink it before it's cold and butter melts.
Well, I must say, this coffee came out whiz bang fantastic. It's starting to smell like can of butter should smell. That's another way you can tell when it's done is it gives a certain smell to it. Let me get a stirrer. Take your stirring stick out of your pocket and plunge it deep into my heart. Okay. First you stir in the creamer Then you stir in the cream. There's an order of operations here, people. All right. Well, Lou, I'm afraid to say you have named the single one perfume that I know for sure I don't like is patchouli. I don't know if it's really a perfume though, right? It's like a potpourri or something.
It's a what?
Isn't it kind of like a potpourri?
Oh, potpourri?
Like
Incense?
patchouli?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's like if you were to use like sage or lavender is kind of the same.
Since you're up, can you put 10 more minutes on the timer?
Yes.
Thank you. When we first met, it's an essential oil. What makes an oil essential? No, I didn't think you smelled bad, Lou. I didn't notice you were smelling patchouli at all. What's the difference between an essential oil and an unessential oil? I don't know. I just remember smelling it in college. It was just this overpowering, like, super soapy, flowery smell in this one girl's dorm room. She was this hippie girl that you could get acid from. And her room smelled so strongly of this stuff. I was like, what is that smell? And that's when I learned that it was patchouli. But you know, I was willing to smell some patchouli to get some acid. So I think it smells like soapy flowery.
Okay, so.
Ooh, we're gonna have a real perfume
Yeah.
fest here. We're
I
gonna
think we
start
should
with
have-
this one actually, though.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start
Okay.
with this one.
Should we bring
Oh,
the Jakar?
Or do you want to do a blind smell test? Is that what we're doing?
I think.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Okay. So what we're gonna need is I'm gonna need to get like little strips of paper.
Paper?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I will get the Dracar Noir from the bathroom. We are now going to have a smell-tastic smell-a-thon of smell tests. Maybe I think that this might be a good uploaded video, though, you know.
Oh.
But that's fine. We could just do it a lecture. I could always trim it out, you know.
Yeah.
If we wanted to. All right, so I'm going to get now. So currently we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we get 2 more, then we'll have an even 10.
Okay, I have one.
And I'll get the Dracar Noir. Okay. It's in a lot of fragrances. But does it smell as good as ambergris? I don't think so. Nothing smells like success like the smell of whale puke. Neroli. Oh, Stringing Lights likes neroli, and patchouli's in neroli. here we go. Dracar Noir is one of them. Now we need olfactory neutralized smelling strips.
Yes.
Okay. So let me get and put this here.
Perfecto.
So you can just spray. You could. I'll tell you what. Let me get you a pen too. A regular pen, not this one. I'm gonna get one more thing. This is good. Absolutely fine. And one more thing.
I'm gonna replace this because you already know it.
I don't necessarily. I'm not. I how am I gonna recognize it?
Okay.
I
Alright.
don't know if I can recognize it or not.
Alright.
I mean, I know the other ones here too. I've smelled them before
That's
too.
true. That's true.
So,
Yeah.
okay, look what else I got. So this, you can write down the name of the one you spray on it. And then this is for the drapes. But I'm thinking it will make a fine blindfold. Okay, it does make a fine blindfold, actually. I can see at the bottom a little bit. But I'll tell you what, just you like write out the names, each of them, set the name here, and then when you before you spray it, then I'll go in the other room, you spray then you before you spray it, I'll put the blindfold on. And then spray it on the opposite side of this.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to smell it without seeing the name. I just have to be blindfolded for a while you're spraying each one.
Okay.
Okay, so write the 10 names first. I never smell regular perfumes, I guess, but I'm a bit of a hippie with essential oils, natural perfumes, and often see them paired there. Red cedar, but you can't drink too much like medicine from native traditions. Cedar tea by boiling the leaves. Bowels. You boil the bowels. Spray it away from air so he doesn't confuse all the fragrances in one area of the room. That's probably not a bad idea, but I think when you put it right up to my nose, I should be able to clearly distinguish what its smell is. And so, I'm going to be giving these numerical ratings, each of them, right? From
Yeah.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay. While Rachel's doing all the hard work of this, I will go smoke a cigarette. Before I do that, I once again discover that I need to retie my sweatpants because they are once again falling down all the time. Because my pants are falling down all of the time. Yeah, my pants are falling down all of the time. If you're listening to enjoyment, that was my hit song. My pants are falling down all of the time. Because my pants are falling down all of the time. This will be good. Cigarette functions as a nasal palate cleanser. So I'm getting my nasal palate clean for this smell-a-thon. I'd be curious to see if any of these perfumes that Rachel is going to spray and I'm going to smell have in them patchouli. And like, I'm going to rank them each. Maybe the one that has patchouli, and I'm going to be like, 10, this is the best one. And then Lou will say, I told you so. And I'm going to be so embarrassed. That would be funny. I don't think Rachel has straight patchouli, which is not apparently a perfume, but rather an essential oil. Are we ready?
The can of butter is ready.
Oh, the can of butter's ready. Okay, cool. When you look at it, do you think it's ready? Okay. Sure is not yes, but okay. All right, well, if you think it's ready, then turn it to off. It'll go a little longer after turned off, I guess. It's an essential oil, so you don't really put it on like perfume. Maybe its duration is eternal, like youth do.
I still feel like we could get it darker, but you want to taste it? It tastes more like marijuana than it does.
I give it. Maybe we should give it another 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we will butter our muffins in about 10 minutes, it looks like. And hopefully our buttered muffins butter our muffins, you know. But in the interim, are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could start.
Well, I'll wait until after you spray it.
Oh, it looks like I only have 2 more left, so.
I don't know who Andrew Tate is exactly, but I'm nobody's dad. And comparing me to anybody else is generally a fool's errand. Because I, in case you haven't heard, am Eric. I've heard people voice animosity to Andrew Tate, but I'm not exactly sure what his whole deal is. Andrew Tate is this really famous guy on the internet for all the wrong reasons. Hella toxic dude popular with young men. Well, I'm certainly nothing like that. You know. If you think this is going to provide you some sort of toxic expression of masculinity, you're very wrong. Because I am the pretty seamstress who just sewed my pillow up. I'm also what I declared earlier in a stream title, the softest MFer on these YouTube screes. You know, I'm soft AF, so it's kind of a nice background. I get mom in the picture. If I could get it, like, this is kind of nice. It's not even, like, it's not in the middle, you know, but it's kind of a nice backdrop, huh? White and gray. Not unlike the moon, which is also white and gray. Okay, it's time for... All right, now Rachel's going to go to the bathroom and then let the smelling begin. So I'm pretty sure Lou wouldn't hang out around here if I was like Andrew Tate. She doesn't seem to think he's a very good guy. Rizaslayer. Rizaslayer. Do you slay rises? And if so, what are rises? It's interesting how popular toxicity is, you know. I guess there's something inherently boring about just a pleasant live stream where we're making coffee and butter together.
That's like, I love that we're gonna have buttered coffee. Can we have it with the heavy milk?
Well, I wasn't planning on putting canned butter in the coffee.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't planning on doing buttered coffee right
Okay.
now. I was planning on buttering the muffin and having it with the coffee.
Okay.
All right, let's do this smell test 2024.
Okay.
I'm going to smell the first one. I'm going to give it a score from 1 to 10. I'm not going to look at the name on the back. Soft, flowery smell. I like it. I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay. That is...
So you write, don't tell me what it is right now. Just write my score on it.
Okay. I have to spray this one.
Okay. I will close my eyes. Close your eyes. Give me your hand, darling. Can you feel my heart beating? Do you understand that your meow is meow? Meow, 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 meow. Or is this burning an eternal flame. Okay, smell it. I like this one better than the last one. I'm going to give that 8.5. I'm closing my eyes so I don't see what she's spraying. I like this one a lot.
Okay, what do you like about it?
It's like a mix of the first two ones.
Oh, okay. So what? The first one you said was like floral.
Soft and flowery.
Yeah, soft and flowery.
The second one was had more of like a musky kind of smell to it.
Okay.
And this one kind of splits the difference between soft. I would call it more soft than flowery, but soft and musky combined. It's more feminine than number 2, but more masculine than number 1. I'm going to give it a 9. Okay, let's see what's coming up next. This one's good too. This one's a little more Hawaii smelling. I'm going to give this an 8. It's got the spirit of Hawaii in its heart.
Okay.
It smells like roses. I'm going to give this a 7. It took me a while to get exactly what the smell was, but eventually I determined it's roses. All right, this one. This one reminds me of number 2. I'm going to give it an 8.2.
8.2?
Yes. You just turn off the can of butter now and then. It'll still sort of go for a couple more minutes, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So we are made our way through. What number is that, do you think?
That was 5, so this is number
It's
6.
half of them. Okay, number 6 is on its way. I don't want to hear anything that gives me any hints.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay. I think this is English leather. I think I recognize this one. I don't really like it that much. I'm going to give it a 7.
No, it's still good for not liking it very much. Okay.
Well, none of these things smell bad. Like if you handed me a piece of paper with the smell with a piece of poo on it, I'd say, "Oh, that's a 1." Where's the humidity? Well, there it is. Okay. So now we'll see what's next.
Mm. Okay.
I like this one. It smells like Rachel. I'm gonna give this one. This one smells more foody than the other ones. I'm gonna give it 8.5.
Okay.
This smells very barbershoppy. It's a good smell. I like it. I'm gonna give it 8.5 also.
Okay, last one.
Last one. Okay, this is more citrusy. $6.5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll find out whether I like the simpler ones or complex ones as we find out which ones go with which score.
So we have.
And then she's going to put them in order. She's putting them in order here so that we can do a countdown.
Yeah.
From my least favorite to my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. So least favorite.
6.5, my least
Drum roll.
favorite.
Skylar, Boardwalk Delight.
Skylar, Boardwalk Delight. I don't like this picture on your thing. And I also don't like the way you smell very much, I guess. So you lose this contest. You got last place of the 10. Skylar, what's it called?
Boardwalk Delight.
Boardwalk Delight. We'll put it right there next to it. Yeah.
Do you remember what you didn't like about it?
It was too citrusy. I think it was too not round enough or something.
Okay. Next is Youth Do by Estee Lauder.
Youth Do. You got second to last place. Well, you got tied for second to last place with 7. Well, the only reason we bought you is because I thought your name was funny.
It is funny.
Have I heard of the Uncanny Valley? No, I have not heard of it. Okay.
Yeah, string lights. The cotton candy scent is Boardwalk Delight. That's the one that Eric made. Judge as a 6.5. Okay, next one.
The next one was Youth Dew. After that, I still have Youth Dew because I got it because I thought it was a funny name for a perfume.
Okay, next one, number 7, tied with Youth Dew is Rose Quartz Love by Adorn.
So my third, tied for second to last place, is Rose Quartz Love by Adorn, and it looks like this. It looks like the Alcoholics Anonymous symbol, kind of.
Yeah.
So, bad job, Rose Quartz Love by Adorn. Okay, now we're in.
Okay, we're at number 8.
So this is 10, 9, 8, 7th place.
Coco Mysteri by Le Gourmand Gourmand.
Okay, so I like the way this looks, the fact that it's black, but it just got 7th place. 7th place. I don't remember exactly what it was, but at this point I ranked low, but. And now we're getting into the
You
one.
said that one, you were like, it was like you were at Hawaii.
Oh, a little too Hawaiian, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, tied for 7th place.
Yeah.
Fleur by Father Figure.
Fleur by Father Figure tied for 7th place.
This is the flowery one.
This is the flowery one. Let me smell it. This is the one I said smells like roses.
That was
Rose. Well,
yeah.
At least it has. I got this.
You got it right. Yeah. Just pull it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is kind of a little thin, maybe.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the clean scents. All right, at 8.2, Chloe by Chloe.
And this is a perfume that I got for Rachel because I said I like this perfume.
Yep.
So that's Chloe. I thought maybe the one I said was 9 was Chloe.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Apparently not. I put it in front
Oh,
of
yeah.
there. All right.
All right, so we have 2 8.5,
And
or 3 8.5.
Now we're really getting into the ones I like the most.
Skylar Salt Air.
So Skylar may have fucked up with their first attempt. Or their second attempt, they got into, well, basically tied for 2nd place.
Yeah.
This is called Salt Air.
Mm-hmm.
Salt Air by Skylar. I guess I liked this one.
Do you?
I don't remember exactly.
I'll spray it again.
Oh yeah, this is super clean smelling. This is like the cleanest smelling of them all.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then we got English Leather coming in at 8.5.
So what I said was English Leather was not English Leather. Which one did I say I thought was English Leather?
You do.
Oh. I said that yesterday,
Yes,
right?
you did.
Yeah, I said they smell kind of like.
You did, yeah.
I said, well, okay, well. But I obviously like English Leather a lot better than you did.
Yeah.
So that's fortunate because that's my perfume is English Leather because it's for males.
Yep.
And what else do we
All right,
have?
8.5. We got Vanilla Sky by Skylar.
Skylar with 3 entries got last place, tied for 2nd place, and tied for second place again.
Yeah.
This one's, I would say, candy smelling, kind of. I like it.
That's one of my favorites, too. I'm glad that you rated it high. And number 9. Dracar Noir by Guy LaRoche.
This is my other perfume. They got first and second place.
Yep.
Yeah. That's funny.
It is funny.
I totally didn't recognize it as such. I couldn't. Obviously, I was wrong about which was which. The one I thought I knew, but I was wrong about. So
Yeah. Isn't it interesting how like the scents play with the nose too? Like you could tell like salt air is the cleanest one smelling like this, and like Youth Dew does smell like English leather, but like
not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's does Dracar Noir have patchouli?
Oh
in it?
my gosh!
I think Stringy Lights is joking.
No, I
Does
don't
it?
think. Let's
Let's
check
Google
it
it.
out.
If Dracar Noir has patchouli in it, that would be just fantastic. So, which of these is your favorites, Rachel?
Well, Vanilla Sky. I like Vanilla Sky a lot. That's my favorite. And then Chloe.
Oh, okay, cool. So, your top two made it into my top 5.
Yeah, I'm really like I feel really lucky for that. That I like smell a way that you like, and it does. Dracar has patchouli in it.
Oh my God! It's a bass note.
You know what it also has as a top note?
What?
Lavender.
Oh my God!
I know.
I thought I didn't like either of those smells, but patchouli and lavender are my favorite smells, I guess. That's fantastic. Well, Lou, you win this battle. You win this round.
That's interesting. Dracar is the Viking word for dragon boat. Dracar Noir fragrance notes head, basil, rosemary, green mint, verbena, lavender, lemon, bergamot, artemisia, 1982.
You are indeed vindicated, Lou. You're hereby fully vindicated.
David noticed Thai guy. Just
yeah?
Thai guy, yeah. And he said he likes him.
I think it shows you that perfume makers are right about what smells men like versus women, because I picked the two of mine and is two of my top ones. It was my top one, and one of the ones tied for second place.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what English leather.
English leather, you look it up, it's like straight patchouli.
Well, what they both have in common is that they're woody. So you like prefer on yourself at least woody scents.
Yeah.
No patchouli, but lavender.
Lavender again. Well, what do you know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I definitely don't like lavender is in food. But I guess I like the way it smells.
Yeah. It is supposed to be a calming sort of scent.
I did some sort of study about how that introducing smells, different smells into your sleep environment while you're sleeping, like improves memory or something like that. It makes your cognitive sleep like benefits greater or something like that.
Oh.
But that would require you to have like a smell producer that changes smells like every 2 hours.
Oh.
I don't know if that thing even exists. All right. Well, are you ready for me to butter your muffin?
I am so ready. In 1993, Guy LaRoche offered promotional CD Best of Rock with every purchase of Drakkar Noir. The CD featured tracks from him by Jimi Hendrix, Rod Stewart, and others.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew. What's the one I said that smelled most food-like? Do you remember?
The most food like the Vanilla Sky.
I said it smelled like Rachel. Do you wear that a lot?
Yeah. Yep. You got it right. Oh meow! We've watched you. I'll watch you again, but like.
We'll eat our muffins with you, okay? We'll eat at the table
That's a
like
good
a
idea.
family. Trouble is just like, can we just please sit down as a family and have dinner together? So I'm going to cut these muffins in half like this. And then I will drop that real quick. In an ideal world, perhaps, I would have strained this first, but I'll strain it later. That's what this big strainer is for, actually. Okay. Come on, baby, 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 you that conga.
Ooh, that looks good.
So we each got 2 spoonfuls of butter,
Okay.
and we'll see if that's the right amount. Too little. It's hard to imagine it being too much. We're pretty big heads, you know.
Yeah, we are. Definitely tastes like marijuana.
Mm-hmm. And we'll try to stay with you for a while so you can find out whether it works or not.
No.
This is not for you.
You don't want this, trust me. No.
So we go back to the living room with our coffee.
I have to get more coffee actually.
Did I get a sensation of a hook going up my nose? No.
Yeah. Why would you make that?
If I had felt that sensation, I definitely would have given it a lower score. Well, so what we are going to do now is just kind of kill a little time and see if these edibles start kicking in. I wouldn't want to leave you feeling as though you didn't know what the outcome was, you know. So hopefully that kicks in and does its important work. At which point, you know, we'll probably wrap up the stream once we've determined that it's
Done something?
either that it has or hasn't,
Okay.
you know.
How much time though for edibles?
It varies, but we should be feeling it in half an hour if it worked properly. Some of our previous attempts at making edibles were horrible failures. I'm hoping this is not going to be one of those times. Well, that was fun. Our perfume parade.
Yeah, it was. I'm so happy. I mean, not that it would stop me from wearing certain perfumes if it was lower on this, but I do. It does make me feel a little good that stuff that I wear you like.
Yeah, me too.
And I like what you wear too. I like Dracar Noir a lot. It smells really
It smells
classy.
good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, when I was a teenager, somehow I encountered that smell, and I was like, "Oh, I really like the way this smells." And I wasn't somebody who wore cologne or anything, but I bought I don't know, what do you call that? A jar of it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you call it. That thing's worth of Dracar Noir. Maybe it's a jar. Maybe it's a squirt bottle, spray bottle. I'm not sure what you call it.
Yeah, spray bottle.
You're in the mood for cake now? Yeah, wow. I was kind of in the mood for a baked good anyway, so that was nice. But mostly, I was in the mood for getting high. It's hard for Rachel and I to get high just smoking weed because we smoke it all the time.
Yeah. Those edibles we got in your set though have proved to be very powerful.
Yeah. They did the trick. Oh. Well, now I feel full, pretty satisfied, you know. So that's good. And you know, we've got interesting things going on that make me interested. And that always makes me want to maybe get a little pre-work done. You know, I put off a lot of kinds of tasks. I say, well, I'll do that when I get Adderall. And, you know, usually I do because it's stuff like cleaning. Like, I'm pretty sure to vacuum fairly thoroughly in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been a while since.
The day room too.
Okay. You mean we ask questions to keep the chat alive and stuff? Well, yeah, there's a certain amount of FE inclination that's gonna incline people who are receiving types with FE especially to periodically ask a question or something to continue my momentum, kind of aware of my momentum, you know. Oh, that's a good answer as well. I think these edibles are going to work. Could just be this is fining, but I kind of feel it already a little bit, you know.
I feel it on my tongue and my mouth. It's a little bit like. Could be the coffee though.
Yeah, it could be. But I feel kind of like already slowed down a little bit. So that's a good sign. Oh, I need to get a new trash bag for that can. Let me do that right now. And we're filling up just trash can number 2 right now. And it's already going to be Friday, so we're doing fine on our trash accumulation.
Bye, stringy legs. Thank you. Glad you were able to hang out.
Okay, there's your trash can. Well, I feel like I'm about out of forward momentum at this point. I will make an attempt to watch that video. That sounds good. And I will let you all know how the edibles went tomorrow. Okay? So, have a good evening. And I'll see you again soon.